السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. We're still in the book, The Etiquette of Student of Knowledge by Shaykh Bakr bin Abdullah Abu Zayd, rahimahullah, and sharah or explained by Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen and others. However, we have reached chapter number 6. Said here, after we have said or we learned how to deal with one another, the student with the shaykh, and dealing with an average person, dealing with older, younger, how to act. So those here, they say the etiquettes of student of knowledge in general. So there's a lot of benefit of this book, really highly recommended for everyone to go and read it in details. Here one of them, he said, the Shaykh rahimahullah said, the sign of the beneficial knowledge. Signs of the beneficial knowledge. One of them, he said, it says how to adorn yourself in implementation the knowledge. Adorn yourself with implementation of the knowledge. So al-amal shows here, and the Shaykh definitely shows what student of knowledge has to do, how the impact of this knowledge on his life and so on, and his moral, his actions, and how much he's affected with the knowledge. So we said the first thing here said, the amal, to work according to what you have learned, to implement the knowledge as sign of you have been benefit, which is, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, he said, كَبُرَ مَقْتًا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَن تَقُولُوا مَا لَا تَفْعَلُونَ. One of the things Allah does not like the most, not to practice what you are preaching. And one of the best way really to preserve the knowledge, to practice it and to teach it to the others. SubhanAllah. And here the Shaykh said, basically Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah said, the knowledge, if you do not apply it in your life, become harmful to you. Become harmful to you. How is that? And the dalil, always we speak with the dalil as the Mashaykh have taught us. So the Quran, حُجَّةٌ لَكَ أَوْ عَلَيْكَ. The Quran could be an evidence or proof for you, so become with you or against you. If you apply the Quran in your life, then it becomes something for you. Will help you out to raise your rank, to become higher level in the dunya and the hereafter. Other than that, will be totally against you. So that's the thing. Definitely, we need to apply and practice what we are preaching. This is big. The first, he said, sign of the alim and nafa, the beneficial knowledge. And the second thing he said, karahiyat al-tazkiyah. So karahiyat al-tazkiyah, he said, hatred being praised. Hatred of being praised. So the other one, he said, the madh. Don't like to be complimented and do not be arrogant when you deal with the others. So those three things, subhanAllah. And he said here, it's the madh, the compliment. You don't want to be praised whatsoever. The second thing, the madh. Madh means being complimented. He said, the Shaykh rahimahullah, definitely what that means. He said, when you find yourself as a righteous person, or just not righteous, devoted person, or a student of knowledge person, when you see yourself like people praising you and complimenting you all the time, and this is something shows here you have illness. You have to take care of it immediately. The amrad al-qalb, disease in your heart. And he's make you use, like they said, like a shaitani judgment. You judge the people based upon how they deal with you. If they praise you, compliment you, they kind to you, and they tell you are this and this and this and that, then you are kind to them. SubhanAllah. They call it shaitan judgment. If they, other than that, you have nothing but hate for them. So the first type, you love them, you're close to them. The second type, the one who does not give you the praise or the compliment you're looking for, you hate them and you don't want to deal with them. And Rahimahullah said the third sign of being benefited of the knowledge, said, تكاثر تواضعك. He said, increasing in modesty. The more you are The more knowledgeable you are, the more humble and modest you should be. So the more knowledgeable. So the thing is here, matter of fact, when you are knowledgeable, you should hold yourself more accountable. So you sit there, that's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you sit, the more knowledge you know, you look at the other people, the one who does not have knowledge or less knowledge than you, subhanAllah, you're going to say, deep down inside, they're going to be less accountable than me. Because the Quran, either for you or against you. Here, the more knowledge is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have more proved against me because I know this and I did not apply it. Because some stuff he said, يُرْفَعُ بِالْجَهْلِ. What does that mean? You're not accountable for it because you didn't know. Of course, some stuff you cannot be ignorant about as a Muslim. But some stuff you didn't know, then you're fine. For example, one time they called me from Mecca, a group of Umrah. They took a lady as a group leader. Yes, she was the Shaikh. So they went there, they went from here, USA, to Jordan, from Jordan to Jeddah. So they were supposed to wear Ihram clothes in Jeddah. I mean in Amman, and their way, and they could make the talbiyah in their way when they reach the miqat. Or they could do it in Amman. But definitely there's no room in the plane to change your clothes. It must be changed in Amman, Jordan, before you reach there. However, she said, you know what? Just wait till we get to Jeddah. Then not only that, he said, you know what? They reached to Jeddah. They said, let's wait till we reach to Mecca. All right? Big thing, right? So the big thing. So they reached to Mecca, said, now we make Ihram. So they have heard, when you're in Mecca, you hear a lot of stuff. You start, are you here for Umrah? Oh, how come you don't wear Ihram? People ask each other, then you start learning. So then they called me, they were from the, I said, what should we do now? They found out they're wrong. They said, this is, the opinion of the scholars said, this is yurfa al-jahl. They're not accountable for their ignorance. All right? So go ahead and fine. But the thing is, some stuff there's no way to be ignorant about. For example, what invalidates your wudu? You have to know it. What will invalidate my salah? Can I talk in my salah or I cannot? So it cannot be just ignorant about it. So the some stuff he said, the more knowledgeable you are, the more fear of Allah you will have. As Allah said in the Quran, إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءُ. The one who fear Allah the most, the people of knowledge. Not to become arrogant, to become more humble and have their heart full of fear. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, الَّذِينَ يُؤْتُونَ مَا آتَوْا وَقُلُوبُهُمْ وَجِلَةٌ. The one who does so much, but their heart full of fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because they don't know whether Allah have accepted or not. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala definitely, will make you more humble. So here, the more knowledgeable you should, the more modest, the more humble you are. So this shows here the effect of being knowledgeable. The effect of being a student of knowledge. Understand? Is that clear, inshallah? So then he said, number 4, fleeing away of the leadership and fame and the loving of this or the pleasure of the dunya, of this world. Clear, Saad? Fleeing away from the leadership. You don't want to be the president. You don't want to be the community figure. You don't want to be the imam. You don't want to be the whatever, the people they point at you, they, mashallah, this guy, this. Don't have this in your head. Fleeing away from this. As the Sahaba, matter of fact, they were in a way arguing who's going to take the leadership. They said, no, you take it. I think you're better than me. That's the way they attitude of the Sahaba. I think you're more qualified than me. And so on. Like Amr ibn al-As radiallahu anhu, remember the battle? He said, they want to make him the leader. He refused. He said, no, there's way more senior than me. Many others have more seniority than me. Then they said, no, you're more qualified because you have experience with this. However, running away from the leadership and the fame. And you don't want to be learning the knowledge, so people said, MashaAllah, he's knowledgeable. So it depends on the intention. This is something big, it's not something small. Don't make your goal of the knowledge to become the leader. Don't make this, you aim into how are we going to learn Islamic knowledge to become the leader, to become the community figure, to become people come to me, waiting for me. Never. Even though this will happen with sincerity. It's going to happen with sincerity. Because you're the imam, you're the leader, you're the judge, you're the president, you're the mayor, you're the king, right? People are going to come to you. This come with the knowledge, with sincerity. All this going to come definitely, no doubt. Then he said, Hajr da'wa al-ilm. Said, abandon the claim of being knowledgeable, or being scholar, or being alim. Don't say there, I'm alim, I'm a scholar, I'm knowledgeable. Now, subhanAllah, I sat with the scholars many times. All what they said, not talib ilm, they didn't say I'm student knowledge, they said طويلب ilm. This is something smaller than student of knowledge. طويلب ilm. He said, I'm only student of knowledge. He said, like us, he telling me like us, student of knowledge. And he's, mashallah, big scholar. So this is the humbleness. Never claim you are knowledgeable, subhanAllah. And when you go back to this book, subhanAllah, see this man, the doctor here, when he wrote this guy, subhanAllah, probably get your attention here. The one who made this book, subhanAllah, he wrote in the original copy, not this one, I'm sorry. So he wrote, the one who made this book was, he didn't say, what they call it, member of the committee. He didn't say the scholar or the doctor or PhD. He said Bakr bin Abdullah Zayd. He put his name there. He would not put the title on, even though he earned the title. He have all the title. If he put doctor, this and that, nobody can say, why he's saying doctor? He's a doctor. He had a PhD, he's a scholar. Whatever he put would be fine, but shows the humbleness. He said, never claim that you are the one, you are the knowledgeable. And some scholars said, Al-Faqir ila Allah, Al-Faqir ila Rahmatullah, the one who in need for the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This, and he writes his name. Never praise yourself with titles and so on. Right away, say this and that, and definitely. Sometimes you have to tell about yourself. There's no problem. But till they're waiting and just right away, if someone doesn't call you with your title as a problem, this is an issue. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam shows about humbleness. The Bedouin used to come to him and said, tell me, Ya Muhammad. To the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Muhammad, be fair. To Muhammad, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Muhammad, without giving the title, Ya Rasulullah. And this is the messenger of Allah, the biggest title a human being could reach, a messenger of Allah. There's nothing higher than this in this world. A messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This, he said, the other thing, number 6, he said, Isa'atul dhanni bin nafs. He said, to have bad suspicions on yourself or with yourself. Basically, never say, praise yourself. Never say, I'm this and this and that. Always think about the others better than me. He said, ihsan al-ghayr, and good thing, have good thought about the others. So definitely do not be like so proud of yourself to the point said, oh, I'm much better than him. I come to the masjid, I have knowledge, I know about my salah, I know about my zakah, I know what halal, I know what haram. Never. So matter of fact, you have to always accuse yourself in a way. Have suspicions of against yourself. When you see Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he was the highest person ever existed, and he used to ride donkey. And sometimes he made Mu'adh, he's the one who would lead in the donkey, and he sit in the back, and vice versa, not even by himself. He shared the donkey with someone else. So it shows here the humbleness, the more knowledgeable you are, the more humble you should be. Then the second one he said, Zakatul ilm, said the alms of knowledge, mean the charity of knowledge. As you have to pay zakah for your money, there's zakah for your knowledge. Definitely. And what is zakah of the knowledge? Zakat al-ilm said al-amr bil-ma'ruf, to command for good, to forbid the evil, and to advise the other, to help others, being there for others, to intercede for the others. This is all, subhanAllah, shows the effect of the knowledge on your life. Shows, he said, you are really a student of knowledge. And to help as much as you can, whenever you can. And you see, like, subhanAllah, there's the shuyukh, of course, the Prophet ﷺ, the best role model. But even nowadays, the shuyukh, like Shaykh bin Baz, rahimahullah, subhanAllah, if you read his life story, or some of the stories he had, he was old, blind, and he was the mufti, very busy. At the same time, he never skipped a dars. He always gave the lectures, subhanAllah. He always, when someone tells him about any issue, he writes something about it. If there's any wrong somewhere, he writes his opinion about it, and right away, be it in the newspaper back then, or the TV, or so on, right away, never stop from giving the zakah of his knowledge. No matter how old he is, no matter how busy he is, no matter whether he's blind or not, subhanAllah, definitely he is there. And then one of the stories sometimes shows, he said, never was but the most generous when it comes to the knowledge and the jah. He intercedes on behalf of the student of knowledge of the people. When something needs help, he runs to help. One time they woke him up about 1 a.m., right? And he said, there's 4 students of knowledge from Abyssinia, from Somal. And they were his students. He said the president, his name was Muhammad Siad Birri at that time, right? He said he want to hang those guys. Yeah, he want to execute the 4 guys. So they went everywhere. No one was able to help him. So they went to Shaykh bin Baz. 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. Of course, he have well-connected man, Shaykh bin Baz, right? And now he would not, he said, what happened? They told him, I said, Shaykh, we have now, tomorrow morning by Fajr, they're going to be executed. There's no time. So you're the last one, the last result. So he didn't say 1 o'clock, what should I do for you? Why don't you come early? Why don't you just tell me a day before? Right away, he grabbed the phone and he called the king. It was King Abdullah, the crown prince. He said, tell him bin Baz won't talk to you. He said, he's sleeping. Tell him, wake him up. He told him, wake him up. Imagine. So never stop from helping. He didn't say, I'm not going to put myself down for this guy's in Somal. I mean, okay, whatever, Allah yarhamhum, whatever happens, inshallah in Jannah. I'm not going to ask him for this. I'm not going to bother the king or so. No, he woke him up. He said, yes, Shaykh. They had so much respect for him, subhanAllah. And he said, 1, 2, 3, he told him this what happened. And he said, okay, no problem. He said, there's no way for Berry, or whatever his last name is, Berry, said to hang or to just execute the student of Shaykh bin Baz, he told him. So he called him and he stopped that, and they were sent back to Saudi. So it's mean, if you can help, never hesitate. No matter how much it is. They said the thing is, if you have connection, use it for your brothers. So this part of zakah al-ilm. And this is the effect of being knowledgeable. This is the effect of being alim. This is the effect, or you see the effect of being person who have the knowledge, subhanAllah. As he said here, Hadith Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he said, when the son of Adam dies, إذا مات ابن آدم قطع عمله. When son of Adam, he will not receive more good deeds, except from 3 things. Sadaqah jariyah. If people benefit from your knowledge, this is sadaqah jariyah. Then not only the money. Matter of fact, the sadaqah from the knowledge, much, much, much better than the money. You want to prove? Anyone has proof? Building a masjid or knowledge, which one better? What more beneficial? As ongoing charity, the Islamic knowledge or building a masjid? I need a dalil. Knowledge, why? Give me a dalil.
Just this book is continuous.
I tell you, mashallah, this is a very good data. I tell you, for example, look at Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. Abu Hurairah was from Ahl al-Suffah, the poorest people in the Medina. Look how much the Ummah in need for his knowledge, till this day. 1445 years, and still this. So, masjid probably destroyed. I'm not, of course, underestimated the masjid under any circumstances. But the sadaqah jari, so the ilm, the knowledge. And the zakah, the knowledge, to spread it. If you know good, encourage it. If you know bad, stop it if you can, with whatever. So the thing is, here, all this, the 3 things, could be better, could be knowledge. Ilmun sadaqah jari, ongoing charity, is knowledge. Ilmun intafa could be, again, people benefit out of their knowledge, then will be ongoing till the day of judgment. And the last one, waladun salih. A waladun salih, a righteous son, and righteous son has to be knowledgeable. So all the 3 things could be knowledge. All right, so this is the zakah of the ilm. This is the alms of the ilm, like they said. So definitely we have to work, and the knowledge, never hold the knowledge. And there's the matter of fact, you are sinning. And the day of judgment will be like, in a way, a leash over someone's mouth if you hold or conceal a knowledge. I know that there's a true funny story. One of our shaykh used to tell him that when we were in the college, he used to tell us in Medina University, the Islamic Medina University, Islamic University in Medina. He said, one of the shaykh, he was one of the board of the committee of the Hayat Kibar Ulama, right? He said, every time the student asks him for a question, he answers it. In the test. They give the test, right? And they say, Shaykh, what about this question? He gave him the answer. So the thing reached to Shaykh bin Baz. He was the head of the dean of the university. He said, Ya Shaykh, what is this? He called him and said, what is this? He said, Shaykh, you know it's haram to conceal the knowledge. I can't conceal the knowledge. But here is a test. So he said, Allah and the Prophet ﷺ didn't say except for the test. So he said, okay. He said, if you don't like it, I get someone else to watch the student. So the thing is, he was telling the answers. And those I told my students this, and Mr. Abdulaziz, he said, Sheikh, you told a story. Tell us what it is, right, Abdulaziz? So the thing is, so this is zakat al-ilm. And matter of fact, subhanAllah, when you benefit people, people will make dua for you. Allah put the barakah in your health and your wealth and your life, family, and so on. SubhanAllah, imagine you are the reason for someone to come to the masjid, someone to be guided, someone to learn how to salah. Imagine how much his family will make dua for you, and this all benefits, subhanAllah. And he said, the Shaykh, rahimahullah, said, وَلَا تَحْمِلْكَ دَعْوَ فَسَادِ الزَّمَانِ وَغَلَبَةِ الْفُسَّاقِ. He said, don't listen, because what's going on around us, there's mischiefs and wrongdoing. Don't say, hey, there's no hope, man. Don't say that. He said, the Shaykh rahimahullah said, never stop this. He said, the thing is, they give up immediately. Do not be hopeless. Don't ever despair from mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So never give up. So this is something ongoing. You plant the seed and you don't worry about it. Allah, remember the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Allah told him, mu'adhin fil nas, called upon the adhan. He said, Ya Rab, nobody here. Allah said in the Quran, mu'adhin ghayri di zara, nothing in there, not even a bird, not even water. Hajar, radiallahu anha, she was running from one place to another to just get some water for Ismail, alayhi salam. So nothing. He said, just call the adhan. What do you mean call the adhan? Said, Allah said in the ayah, وَمَا عَلَى الرَّسُولِ الْبَلَاغُ. The Prophet has to deliver only, nothing more. Just do your job and leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So definitely think about this. You deliver the message. This as a sadaqah, as a charity of the knowledge, you have to deliver, subhanAllah. And he said, definitely part of the zakah of the knowledge, to implement it, to work in it, to practice it. Part of it, to enjoy the good and forbid the evil. Part of it, subhanAllah, to know what the ma'roof. Ma'roof ma amar Allah bihi wa rasulih. The ma'roof, what Allah have commanded in His prophets. Munkar ma naha Allahu anhu wa rasulih. Munkar, what Allah subhanahu have forbade and His prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So this is something that's as zakat of the ilm. Then he rahimahullah said, he said, as student of knowledge, mashallah, as student of knowledge, you have to glorify the knowledge in a way, or glorify the ulama. So the thing is, you have to have respect and dignity, not arrogance. There's a huge difference between having dignity and arrogance. Huge difference. Someone tell you, why don't you come to my house, give me and my family lecture, we'll give you like a few bucks. So no. One of the scholars, the Khalifa, one of the Tabi'in or the Sahaba, the Khalifa told him, why don't you come teach my son? He said, no, the knowledge comes to it. You come to the knowledge, the knowledge does not come to you. He refused even to give a special dars for the Khalifa's son. So unless there's a gathering, big gathering, he said, can you come and give like a short talk? It's fine. People usually, but to go to someone's house to start teaching them there as like, this is humiliating or disgracing the knowledge. And never, he said, have the dignity, do never ever, he said, rahimahullah, to use the knowledge for the worldly benefits. Never use the knowledge for worldly benefit, no doubt. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have raised your rank. He said, Allah yarfa Allahu alladhina amanu. Allah يرفع الله الذين آمنوا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَالَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ. Allah will raise the status of the believers and the people of knowledge. Darajat. So many ranks. So Allah have raised your status. Don't decree your status. Do not disgrace yourself. Always have dignity, and you have the most precious commodity, which is knowledge. All right, so definitely you don't want to, the things that's what here the Shaykh he meant here, do not use the knowledge for worldly benefits. They said one of the Shaykh, rahimahullah, said he didn't have a house. So one of his students, he said he went to one of those princes or so, a prince, he told him, this Shaykh, he doesn't have a house. He said, but this Shaykh does not even accept a gift from us or you. He said, no, I'll take care of it. So he took a check to buy a house. When he said, hey Shaykh, here's the money for a house. He said, why did you get the check? Did I ever ask you for a check? Did I ask you for a house? Take it back. He said, the Shaykh, they already wrote a check. He said, don't matter what they do. Take it right back. So this will definitely have respect for yourself, no doubt. So always have the dignity, have to be dignified, subhanAllah. As Allah said, وَلِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةِ وَلِرَسُولِهِ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. شو خلاص الوقت ها؟ طيب, we have 4 questions. There's no time. We have like 2 more sections. Shaykh, one of the 2.
My question is there anything in the deen regarding like Amir, like the king, can he assign any of his sons to be the next king, or is there something in the deen? And what happens is...
It's not in the deen. Does that the king has to assign his son as a crown prince or the Amir or the prince or so on? It's not in the deen, it's not against the deen either. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam left it open. And Muawiyah radiallahu anhu made ijtihad, he put his son for the area. Definitely, if they did it the way they done it, now is not that the way they do it now is the right way either. Only few people who choose that, people of knowledge, the one who choose the president or the king. Not for everyone. تفضل يا شيخ.
So you mentioned about generating knowledge, like not putting knowledge down. For example, you mentioned going to teach people in their house. Is it like wrong? Is it just disliked?
The people of knowledge, in general, you go to the knowledge. One time, we were sitting in a place, a scholar came from overseas and was giving a lecture. Then he said, he was encouraging people to learn about the deen and so on. So this guy, he said, where's the scholars? How are we going to learn? I said, well, you go to the scholars. Scholars, they don't come to you. When you want to learn math and English, you go to the college and learn. Same thing, go to the scholars and learn. So this is the right way to go to them. Is it haram? No, it's not haram, but it's not the right way. It's not the right way. Well, there's no something to say haram. But the people of knowledge always goes al-ilm yu'ta. You go to the knowledge. Yes, yeah.
And this one, the signs
The signs of those. What do you have there?
I have
Practice, hatred of being praised, compliment, the more knowledge. It's all together. It's one. Hatred to be the hatred of being praised, and also doesn't like to be complimented. Do not be arrogant over the people. The more knowledge you have, the more humble you should be, the more modest, and running away or fleeing away from leadership or the fame, and don't claim you are knowledgeable. And think also accuse yourself basically, and think the best of the others. Yes, Sheikh.
If someone dies and they have like money and they don't have a wife or like son,
If someone dies, doesn't have a wife or sons or daughters, right? You go to the first, you go to the brothers, parents, cousin, from the father's side, and so on, gradually. So the closest one. If he has nobody, at all, zero, goes to the government. I mean, Beit al-Mal. But they always someone, it could be the cousin, could be the second cousin, goes to even far cousins. The closest relative. All right?
so what if he had a sister and no brother?
You read the last ayah from Surah An-Nisa. وَيَسْتَفْتُونَكَ.
That's what I was confused about.
Okay, I'll explain to you the ayah. The last ayah of Surah An-Nisa. Subhanakallah.